everybody! Cold and flu season is upon us, and almost everybody I know is either sick or has been sick lately. So today I'm going to show you a process that I've been doing for about the past 7 or 8 years to keep myself healthy during the winter cold flu season months, and also it helps with my seasonal allergies, which I tend to get really badly here. And the process that I'm going to show you is a nasal cleansing using Neti Pot for, again, nasal irrigation, nasal cleansing. And basically what I'm going to show you how to do is clean your nasal passages on a daily basis using a saline solution. And this helps sweep away bacteria, viruses, and irritants that can get into your respiratory tract. So we're all friends now. This is kind of an intimate process. I'm cleaning my nose, but I swear by this process. I have not had the flu for, I would say, about 15 years. And I have not had a flu shot in 15 years. In fact, the last time I got the flu was when I had a flu shot. So I'm not suggesting that you don't get your flu shot. That's a personal decision. But this is what I have been doing, and because I have a small child, I get sick maybe once a year, because anybody with kids know that they're like just germ magnets. But so I'm not saying you're not going to get sick, but I do get sick maybe once a year, and it's very, very mild. It usually surpasses in about a day and a half, maybe 2 days, and again, it's very mild. So, and like I said, I have not had the flu, knock on wood, in about 15 years. So I'm going to show you, this is again a Neti Pot. You can find these in, I think a lot of health food stores have them now, natural food stores have them now. I got this one at my natural food co-op, and you can get you can get them, I think Walmart even has them, like a plastic one. So this is a ceramic one. Otherwise you can just get, I got like a really simple one, but they can be quite beautiful, and I've had those over the years as well. So this again is a Neti Pot, and you can find that. So before I actually use the Neti Pot, I am going to do a practice called Nasal, and it's an Ayurvedic practice in which you apply a nasal treatment to your passages before you actually do the rinse. And it's really easy to do. In this instance, what I'm going to use, and this is recommended, is just, I have some organic unrefined sesame seed oil, and again, you can find that in your health food store, your natural food co-op. I think I got that one at Whole Foods. So and in this instance, I'm going to put 2 drops in each nostril. So I'm going to put 2 drops in each nostril, and then I'm going to use my Neti Pot, which I'm going to show you. A couple things before we start about using the Neti Pot. If you are congested, don't use the Neti Pot, because basically what you're doing is like the water's got to go through one nasal passage and out the other. And if you're congested, it's just not going to work. So if you are congested, though, what I do like to do is I do apply 2 drops of the sesame seed oil in each nostril, and then like maybe I'll get in the shower, and that just helps keep it lubricated, and that does help loosen up some of the mucus if you have it, and helps with some of the congestion. Otherwise, you know, just don't try to force water through your nose if you're congested. Also, you want to use only distilled water, because you are, again, putting this into your nose. You want to make sure that the water doesn't have any contaminants in it. So we're going to use distilled water. The other thing is 2 other things. After you do this, you do want to remain upright for at least a half an hour. So don't do this right before you go to bed, because you want to make sure that all of the liquid has drained. And the second thing is that we're going to be making a saline solution using salt. Do not use table salt, use sea salt. So I'm going to show you the proportions that I use. My Neti Pot happens to be about 8 ounces. So for every 4 ounces of distilled water, a good place to start is to use 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. And then you can adjust it depending on your comfort level from there. That For me, that works perfectly. But the idea is to get the water so that it's isotonic, meaning that it has about the same salt content as your own mucosal secretions, or like your snot, basically. So, so again, 4 ounces of water to 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. Okay, here we go. Okay, so like I said, this is a bit of an intimate process, but since we're all friends here, I don't mind. So I'm going to tilt my head back and put 2 drops in each nostril. Okay, so there's that. It's good to at least like blow your nose before you do this. And again, if you're congested, I would just stop there, okay? So now I'm going to make my, saline solution. And again, I have my neti pot, and I have sea salt, and this is 1/4 teaspoon. Again, my neti pot happens to be about 8 ounces. Let's put this under it so you can actually see it. Okay, so I'm going to put what's going to be the equivalent of 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt and my distilled water. Okay, and I'm going to give it a stir to dissolve the salt. Now I'm going to show you this as I do it, but to use the neti pot, you're going to tilt your head over the sink and place the spout of the pot in your upper nostril and pour the water in. As you pour, the water is going to flow through your nasal cavity and out the lower nostril. Okay, so I'm going to do this. And then after you let it flow through, you want to blow out each nostril. And then I'm going to do the other side. And as you're doing this, you want to be able to breathe through your mouth and talk if necessary. And again, you're going to give some quick blows to get everything out. Okay, so you're going to give some blows on each side to get everything out. You may need to blow your nose afterwards, but it is actually quite refreshing. So again, if you're congested, don't force it through. If it doesn't flow through like it did easily without pushing the water through or without forcing it through by breathing, then just stop and come back to it later, or wait until you can actually get the water through. Okay, so there you have it, nasal irrigation using a neti pot. Give this a try this cold and flu season. See if it doesn't help alleviate some of the symptoms of your cold and flu if you already have it, and hopefully help prevent you from actually catching severe cold and flu or cold and flu at all. Thank you so much, and continue to be well.